And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, prop firm trading, making money doing all those things, and building expert advisors for the MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 platforms. They just help me become a better trader. And in becoming a better trader, I share my information with you, and then you become a better trader too. And that's how this works. At least that's how I hope it works. Let's see. Today we've got today's Tuesday, August the 4th. We are still checking out the latest in the Japanese intervention thing of the yen pairs, and also to see what happens with the Bank of Japan. They're kind of antsy lately, so we'll see what happens with them. In the meantime, we've got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. So let's. It is an FP week, so we've got a lot of information to digest, and also to see what else is going on. So with that, let's go ahead and get into our risk disclosure screen, because there are risks with trading Forex, and you need to know about them. They go like this. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration at this time. I have held NFA registration in the past. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And here's the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. And we don't want to lose all of our investment capital. I've done it plenty of times with blowing accounts, and it's believe it or not, it's easier to do than one might think. So with that, let's check out, let's see, message. Come over here real quick, and we will go ahead and look at some chart. No, wait, let's talk about me some more. Here we are. We have the, did I do that on both of them? I think I went to, my products right here. Yes, oh, they're not all free yet. Let's go ahead and do this one too. I changed all these to free. Let's go ahead and do this right now. Probably shouldn't do this online, but you know, hey, why not? We're going to change all these to free. And there we go. Now I have done it. I have been talking about it, and I think it's a good idea to go ahead and change these to all free. What's what happens? My products right here. Yes, they're all free. So let's see what happens with this. The Bollinger Band and RSI Mean Reversion Pro is now free, and the Bollinger Band and RSI Mean Reversion Pro for MetaTrader 5 is now free. So you can check those out, download and play with them, and get them to work to your liking, and then go from there. Might work, then maybe you can get some things to work to your advantage too. Then we also have the FIBO Trend Continuation Zones indicator, which is free. We're building it into an EA to see how well that works. So right now we're still playing around with the FIBO Trend Continuation part, because as I'm watching the latest moves in the pound versus the yen and the dollar versus the yen, they're triggering on old levels. That is, it's very clear that, for example, the pound versus the yen right now, it looks like it's kind of stuck at 212.25. That correlates to the 231.8 extension on the reversal from the 216 to 219 move I missed. So that's one thing to consider. But again, just something to consider at this point. As you can tell, well, didn't get anything to work done yesterday, I don't think. Got a lot done Saturday. And we have the Vol Squeeze machine learning breakout EA that I'm building. Let's going to see how that works out. With that, we have tradingforexforprofit.com. This is my site. I highly recommend coming in and checking out of it, because you can start for free. See, it says so right there. And I will go ahead and log in and show you what this does briefly, and then we'll go ahead and get into the markets. Yes, my password is 8 asterisks. Let's see, well, start your account here. This is where you start off here, and these numbers have changed because these numbers have gone up. I've done well on trading lately. So these numbers have changed. I won't show you them on screen, or maybe I shouldn't. But at any rate, maybe I should for what do you call it? Not clarity, transparency. There we go. It's a big word. But at any rate, here we have you can see what's going on with the MetaTrader's Cup, which I was doing with uh, Audacity Capital, and then I suddenly realized that we don't allow CFDs in the United States, and they trade CFDs, so I may not be able to, even after I get the passive challenges, I may not be able to get a funded account. Thanks to the Dodd-Frank Act, which discriminated against traders. I mean, protected people from trading derivatives. Let me see. After that, you can come in here and you can import your trades once you get your account set up. And we have the market pulse, calendar, strategies, all sorts of cool things. You can check out your pairs here, see what your favorite pair is doing, even all the way down here to gold and silver. So if they're doing these, I think update every 15 minutes right now because these APIs are really expensive, like to the tune of thousands a month, and I can't swing that right now. So we're going to go back here. And then billing, as I mentioned, you can start for free right here, and then move up to Pro if you're happy with it and you're playing around with it. We're going to make some additional changes and some improvements to the journal soon, as soon as I can get around to it. Right now, it is it's on the list of things to do. I've got about 1,000 things to do right now to get the site up and running, including improved content. So we'll see what goes on with that. Let me see. So with that, let's go ahead and go over here to the my challenge that I still have with FXify. Now, I did get into this trade late. I thought about getting into it last night and thought, oh, there's no point because I'm not going to make any money at it. And then I thought, well, why not? It'll be for fun, if nothing else. So right now I've got the screen on the dollar versus the yen, but I don't have a dollar versus the yen trade in because I think I've maxed out my liquidity by going into this one, the pound versus the yen, which actually has a better, what do you call it? The carry trade. So, looking for a rebound on this. We'll see if we get it all the way. Right now, we are at the approximately 23.8 point on the FIBO level on this, from this move down to here, and we'll see if that continues, or see if that hopefully it continues. I'd like to see 100% retrace on that. That's what I'm looking for. Oh well, with that, let's go ahead and get into the charts for today. We can start off with the Bitcoin. Bitcoin's right here. It's doing all right. 63.48, kind of stagnant right now, kind of hanging out. I wonder what's going to happen next, as well as the rest of the world. We've got a war going on. We've got oil prices going on. We've got Japan freaking out. We've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I don't think they're freaking out, but they're being very strange lately. And then we have this. The US 10 yields are going up. So somebody's selling treasuries. Selling treasuries a lot too. So we've got a lot of treasuries being sold off, which increases the yield rate, which increases the price of everything, which shuts down damages the United States economy a little bit. We'll see how that works out. The Japanese yields are also going up. So someone's actually selling bond yields, or they think they're crap. So I don't know what that is, but that's what's going on with that. The carry trade is right here, alive and well. As you can see, you've got the US 10-year up here, the Japanese 10-year down here. Big gap, a lot bigger gap than there was during COVID. So that's what's going on with that. Carry trade is alive and well. No reason to think it's not. The implications are that it's going to increase prices and damage the GDP. That is the real implication. That would also undermine the dollar and also drive up cost of oil, which is, of course, the big thing that makes all the machinery go. Right now, I've got the DXY. Oh, whoops, missed one. Euro versus the pound, kind of hanging out, about equal. Not really going anywhere right now. DXY did reclaim 100. It looks like it's having a hard time getting up over 100, but we'll see if that continues. We did not talk about economic indicators or economic calendar today. I don't think we've got anything on today's calendar, but maybe we do. Euro versus the dollar, 1.15. Again, not really going anywhere because the DXY is not going anywhere. Pound versus the yen, pound versus the dollar at 134.39. Again, not a whole lot of activity going on. Dollar versus the Swissy, looks like it may have hit a little bump right there. We'll see. This correlates to this one way back here. at 80.98 or 81 as we like to call it in the trade. So, and look, there he goes. It just hit 81. How about that? Yen pairs. Looking for a big pullback, a big comeback on this. 157.89. I have made a little bit of money on this so far on the turnaround, but would like to see it get over the 200-day moving average again. If it gets over the 200-day moving average, it could be off to the races again, but we are finding out about that. We're not sure yet. The pound versus the yen has made it over the the 200-day moving average, so we'll see if that continues. Euro versus the yen. Not a whole lot going on there. Canadian versus the yen, again, got a bullish engulfing candle. If that can continue, I would like to see that continue. The CJ may be the move with oil, as the correlation to the oil market goes. Aussie versus the yen, another bearish engulfing candle forming. See if that can go up over 111. It gets us into the oil market. 81.79. So it came down and closed under 80 yesterday, and then today it's right back above it. So something fell apart somewhere. Somebody probably bombed something in the Middle East. I try not to pay attention to the fundamentals, but sometimes you have to. 140.40 for the CAD, dollar versus the CAD. Aussie versus the dollar, 0.7028. Looks like it's perking up a little bit. Gold. Getting the precious metals. Gold is at 40.50, which is a good place for gold to be. Platinum, 116.68. Again, not a whole lot of activity going on there. Palladium, 12.88. I'm just kind of hanging out in this little range right here. Silver, 58.65. Then that gets us into the software sector. Big jump in the software. Look at that gap on the software sector yesterday. Up 3% yesterday. HubSpot, up 1% again at 239. You want to get into a buy on HubSpot when it gets back down into this range again, or should it get back into this range again? Breaks 200. Looks like it might have some bounceability. Let's see. Salesforce. That's weird. That's a red candle, but it says green for yesterday. So up $2 or up 1%. Intuit up a little bit. GoDaddy up almost 7% yesterday. Wow. But that's a red candle. Adobe up 0.3%, up to 250. That's a red candle. What's going on here? And the pre-market has an open at 247. I don't know what's going on with that. Some of these numbers are wrong. Either that or I just forgot how to read these things. It's a red candle, but they're saying it's up 4% at 459.54. Power still going up. Let's get down to the Magnificent Seven. Looks the ETF did well yesterday at 3.67. Google was up 4.88%, 4.58% for Amazon. Now these are green candles and green things. Apple up, well, down. Oh, look at that. Down 1.78%, way down here. Meta, Facebook up 6%. Microsoft up almost 5%. Nvidia up 3%. Tesla up almost 4%, for 3.5%. And SpaceX up 5.68%. We'll see if SpaceX can turn this around. That might be a good place to put a few $100 if you can, because it's should at least reclaim all this, but we'll see what happens with that. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and look at the economic calendar, which I should have done first, but I did not do it first. Let's go to the public site. This is all public information, so I made it that way. Calendar's right here. Let's see what we've got going on today. Today we have the JOLTS job openings coming up. We're going to forecast it for 7.45 million, I think. job openings. Then we have the New Zealand employment and unemployment rate and employment change coming in later on today. We'll see how that works. And then Wednesday, tomorrow, we have ADP non-farm employment change. 70,000 jobs is I'm thinking what that is. And the ISM services PMI and manufacturing PMI. And we're looking for good numbers on all those. And then Thursday, we get into some other ones, initial jobless claims, continuing jobless claims, and a whole bunch of jobless claim stuff. And then Friday, the big day, we have the unemployment rate for the United States and NFPs, non-farm payroll change right here. So we're forecasting for 85,000 jobs. Let's see if I can tell. I like that. It's already got the little K behind it. Need to fix that for the other ones and make sure these are formatted correctly too. I am working with the new API, so bear with me on that one. And then market pulse today is strong risk on. That's what it says. How about that? Strong risk on. So that means that everything's full blast. The Aussie is very strong, and then the dollar is way down here, and the Japanese yen is way down here. So that checks that the dollar, the Aussie, and the Canadian were doing better against the yen than the pound and the dollar were against the yen. So we'll see how that continues. In the meantime, that's all I've got for today. If you guys have any questions, by all means, hit me up in the comment section. Also, stay tuned for our shorts. We have a lot of fun things we do on the weekends that we go out and run around in New England for a little while. And lastly, oh yeah, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to see more of these videos, then of course, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you. And that about covers everything for today. So with that, you guys have a great one. Trade well, trade carefully, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.